Hello, welcome to the stream. We're going to be going a bit fast today because the stream is on borrowed time. I'm a little bit sick, I'm a little bit tired, and my internet is a little bit sketchy right now. So at any time, the stream may just fall over, and I apologize in advance. I was sick on Tuesday, which is why there was no stream on Tuesday, which has also significantly slowed down the home stretch of me making this. So I'm way behind on where I want to be. We got level 1. Level 1 is good. We have something. We can submit something. I am going to focus this stream on 3 things. We're going to make the menu, and that's wrong. We're going to make the options a thing, because right now I don't think it does anything. We're also going to, as part of the menu, have a difficulty selector and have a select your control style option. We're going to keep that simple because we're just going to do that. I'm going to implement death for the player. That should be pretty simple because that's just a throw the player away, spawn a new player, restart the level. Theoretically, that's really simple. And then we're going to work on the level transition. That's not going to include art, but that is going to include, like, I would like the screen to fade to black. I would like for the score thing to, like, scroll down. And then I would like for the game to not accept inputs until all the animations are done. We do all that, we're done. This stream is over. I've got a lot more stuff to do. I need to upload this whole thing to itch and make sure that it actually works. I've not done that yet. I thought that wasn't that important in the previous Game Jam game. I thought, like, well, it works locally. Why wouldn't it work on itch? And I discovered, for that one in particular, there was an issue where the way I was loading sound files just straight up did not work on itch. So I had no sound when I uploaded it. And figuring that out was a headache and a half. And I hope that if I upload it this time, it'll be great. It'll work first try, but I bet it won't. And I'm not looking forward to that. And then I need to make the rest of the game. We've got level 1. We've got level 2, kind of, but this isn't done. And then I was hoping for more than 2 levels, and I don't have enough content to make more levels. So, yeah, I'm just going to deflate a little. Anyway, let's start with, we press the play button. We got this menu. We got this options button. So, okay, first of all, clicking this does nothing. But also, I'm pretty sure the game is running right now, and that's bad. I would like to pause the game before we, get going, because I have a placeholder sound effect for shooting, and I can hear it. So I shouldn't be able to hear it. I should just not accept inputs while the menu is open. How do we not accept it? I think there's a way to just, like, disable input. The input function of a handler. So if we go to our input handler, this is active. There's a simple way. Var listening input enabled active. Bool is false. So if we want to accept input, we just have to change this to true. Is there any reason? Is there a better way to do this? I don't know, and whatever. We'll just here at the very beginning, if we're not active, return. Don't accept input while we're not active. We should also, I have a function somewhere that grabs the mouse. I don't know where that function is. But anyway, let's go back to the menu. So, ready, get main menu visible equals true. We're setting all this up, creating audio stream players. Then we're setting up the message box handler. Okay, so we don't need to mess with anything here. What we want to do is on the start game button pressed, load next level. Oh, this is where I'm setting the mouse mode be captured. I should change this. This should only be captured while the input handler is active. So we'll go to the input handler. We'll change this up. If x equals true, else there. Okay. So when we set active to true, mouse locks to the mouse, or the cursor locks to the game so that you can mouse look and all that fancy stuff. If we disable the input handler, we should get our mouse back. A+. We need to go back to the here. Input handler.active. Let's see if this still works. No, it does not. I cannot mouse look. That is not good. Okay, I'm not getting a high. The mouse is captured, but oh, I made a goof. I have to do this. I can't believe I forgot that. That's important. There we go. Now I can look around. Now we have a level. We got this door. There's textures and stuff. We're going to go ahead and not care about any of that. We're just focused on the menu. We want to add a new button. No. We'll do that in a little bit. Let's go back to the world. The main menu, actually. Let's go back to the main menu. Maybe we want an options menu, because I want this to pop up from the main menu, but I also want this to be able to pop up from the game itself. So let's make a new control. We have this UI folder. Why not? Why not? Options. Okay. I want this to be a texture rect because I don't have time to make like a proper options menu, which sucks. But that's the life we live in. We take, no, not a texture rect. We want a color rect. Color rect. Oops, this is the wrong thing. Change type. Oh, no, that is the right thing. Color rect. Okay, we'll make this a more neutral color. Okay, now we just put our options here. So the first option we want is back. Back is going to mean different things. Because if the game is running, back should take you back to the game. But if we're at the main menu, back should send us to the main menu, not to the game. So the logic for that needs to be a thing. Let's get our button. button. Really? I can't make this smaller? That's silly. That's the size of the button. I can make it larger, but not smaller. Oh, because it's not stretching. Okay. Let's call this the back button. And then let's add some text to make that apparent. Nope. Label. It's called a label. That's what it's called. Back. There we go. Amazing. I'll click everything except the label. I want to move the label. There we go. Okay, this looks pretty jank. Don't worry about it. So if we are on the main menu, hitting the back button should just hide this. So is there did we set ourselves a variable for like game has running? Is game running? I'm guessing no. We need to do that. Load next level. Okay, so if the game is running, then what we're going to want to do is when you hit the back button, disappear the control. We're going to want to disappear the control no matter what. So we'll get that written up right now. Let's go here to the label. I need to hook up the signal on pressed. We're going to connect that to... There's no script, so let's just make an options script. Did I click the wrong thing? I think I did. Options.gd, sure. Do we have a, hold on, do we have a scripts folder? We don't. Okay, yeah, options.gd is fine. We're going to go back to the back button. We're going to go ahead and connect a signal on back button pressed. How do I get to the world? I need to go to the world to check. Is this variable true or false? Oh, I have so many handlers. It'd be better to just make a handler handle this. Level handler. Game handler. It'd be better if the world was a global, but if it was a global, then I can't attach all these things to it. Come on. Give me a second when my brain, like, resists having to do anything. Could we, this is going to be a thing here. So we could do something like this. So options is here. So if we go options.getParent, that'll give us the world. if dot active, game active. Game running. Pass, actually input handler dot active equals true. Because we've, as part of loading the options menu, we have to turn that off because otherwise we won't have a mouse. We just hide ourselves, that's all. Self dot visible equals false. Okay. All we have to do now, for now, is connect this button to make this visible. Options.visible equals true. Wow. All right, we're good. Let's take it one step further. Let's go to the input handler. We need to be able to open the menu up during the game. So we're gonna go ahead, pull this over here. FPS options. Escape. If I press escape, give me the options menu. Go to the input handler. If event.is action pressed, FPS options. Could do this. False. And I get parent dot get node options dot visible equals true. Interestingly, opening the options menu will not pause the game. So we're still liable to get shot, right? Hello? Why are we not getting shot? I would... What? Why are you not shooting me? Okay. That was a shot, but it was a miss. Why is it not shooting me? I'm confused. I'm so... There we go. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. It would be nice if we could pause the game. I don't know if there's a way to do that. We have 4 days left. Godot stop all physics processes temporarily. Get tree.paused is true. Is that true? That paused the music. Oh, I can't resume. We need to make sure that we, you know. Does that go in here? Or does that go in here? Okay. Oh, I can't click. I can't click when I do that. Okay, so we can't do that. Set physics process false on specific nodes. So that stops signals. That's the problem. What I could do, I think, I could just say mobs. I could just say, dear mobs, check if the game is active. If it is not active, then don't move. Just chill. Do I need anything else in the world? Doors? Doors should also pause, I guess. So we'll go in here. We'll go up to, is it process? No, it can't be process. Think? Wow, is it think? Okay. What if we go in the think component and we say, if there. So I think also doors, no pun intended, use the think component as well. So if that's true, then actually we did it. We just put a check here and we're done, which is great. You know, using the think component actually makes life easy. Where are my doors? They're in level, aren't they? Levels, subcomponents, door. Where's my door script? This doesn't have a think component. I'm just calling physics process. That's fine. That's fine. I could have had it easy. I could have had easy mode if I had just stuck to the whole thought. Okay, let me go make sure I didn't goof up the think component. Yeah, oh no, I got it right. Okay, so now doors and mobs will stop. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. Forgot that I'm still doing this. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, you paused. Oh, I can still move? Oh, that's no good. No. We have to disable. I thought I did disable inputs. Oh, some of those inputs are being handled on the player side. So we have to disable the player too. Why did I invent the think component and then only mobs use it? What is wrong with me? Why would I do that? That's so dumb. I could have just... If input handler dot active, not active. No doing things while the game is not active. Okay, I can't move. Hold on, what if I pause? Okay. That's fine. We need to, test out that it works here. Yeah, that works there. Okay. Now there's a couple of options that I wanted to add. The first two obvious ones are sound and music. I have my sound handler. I copied this from my previous game. And there were two functions, the volume, adjust music volume, and adjust sound volume. I want to plug those functions directly into a, what is it called? Thing? A majigger? I don't remember what it's called. Let me just go ahead and refresh myself. A sliding scale. Texture, tab bar, restricted 9 menu bar, line, separate, no, range. Oh, it might be a texture progress bar. Nope, probably not. Spin box, slider. I think this is what I want. Yeah, we want an H slider, and then we want, where's my H slider? There it is. Oh. We'll take our H slider down here. We'll take a second H slider. I like big bars. They make me feel like I have more control. Sound slider, music slider. We'll go ahead and slap those down in the 50% range. And then this takes volume.linear. It should be from 0.5 to 1. Okay. There we go. Need to add some labels. And now we need to connect these signals. Value changed. Sure. Hold on, let's do the sound one first. We just simply take this, we go to our sound handler, dot set volume, nope. Adjust sound volume value. Easy. We do the same here. All right, great. Though that should be it. It is. Let me see if you can hear. Yeah, no sound. You can't hear the sound because it's placeholder. It's just, it's not pleasant. It's not a pleasant sound. I'm not going to share it. But I confirm that that works as it should. I also want to have the option of mouse sensitivity. Let's set that up right now. Input handler.mouse sensitivity. Oh, I already have, okay. I already have a variable. Great. So all we have to do is make that adjustable. Options, come on. Come on. Add child node. Thanks, brain. H slider. Min value 0.0001, 0.050, I don't know. I just want to type. No, that's not right. Where is my mouse text? I never wrote it. Okay, connect this to input handler. There it is. Input handler dot mouse sensitivity equals. That's the wrong function. Great. Disconnect. Get that out of here. Connect that one. Value. All right. Now we can adjust the sensitivity of the game. I can lower it down to 0. Ooh, that's pretty low. I might want to allow it to be lower. That's actually pretty high. I don't know if I want to allow it to be higher than that. Okay, this is me moving my mouse from the left side of my table to the right side. I'm a quarter of the way there. Now I'm about halfway there. Okay, like it's pretty high. Well, that's what I'm trying to. I don't know. I feel like that's fine for a game jam game. It's not like this. I'm not selling this, so like if I don't get it right, the stakes aren't that high. So I'm just gonna not sweat it. I wanted to add a checkbox for. Do I want? There's 2 modes for input. There's classic mode, and then there's modern mode. And I think I want that to be a drop down. Or it could just be a checkbox. And then I'll have a big label that's like, check this to disable mouse look and turn off strafe. Turn off always strafe. I could also have an option for always run, because I feel like that's a pretty standard thing. I don't think I have that, but that shouldn't be hard to add either. The problem is, where do I put that? Where do I put that? Because the running is handled in the player right now. So the player script is responsible for being like, hey, is running a go? Sprint is right here. We could say this or input auto run. Input handler. And then we go here, var. Okay, and all we have to do, set that to true. I don't think I've done this before. So where's the checkbox? Label, line edit, menu edit, graph container, color rect, panel. Oh, I'm fading. Oh. Button? Go. Checkbox. It's called checkbox. Why couldn't I? It's a subset of button, of course. What is check button? I think I want checkbox. Okay. Auto run. Let's go ahead and add text. It's kind of silly that the text is so clingy, but very well. We need to connect this on toggled. Input handler dot auto run. Is that true? And it did when the button was just toggled between the pressed and normal states. Only if toggle mode is active. The new state is contained in the toggle mode argument. Okay, I hope that's true. I hope this is exactly what I hope it is. Okay, so we're walking. I hold shift and we're running. I press escape, auto run. Now we're auto running. What if I hold shift? Doesn't do anything. We're not that kind of game. Maybe I could make it an exclusive OR so that if you're auto running and you hold shift, you walk. There's no, I see no downside to doing that, so why not? Yeah, except I don't know how to do exclusive OR. Godot exclusive OR. I could do that. I think that technically works. We're walking, we're running, walking, running, walking, running. And then if we set this, now we're running. But if we hold shift, now we're walking. Why does that? Okay. Like, if I had brain power, I would understand this better, but I don't. So, let's say that works and move on. I need to add the, let's just make it another checkbox because I've already done that. A child node, checkbox, classic input. Do I manage that in my input handler already? I cannot remember how I handled this. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I should only capture the mouse if we're not in classic mode. So I've got that always strafe as a true. Let's change that to, I mean, we can leave that alone. We're going to create a new variable there. Classic input mode equals bool equals whatever. We'll just leave that alone. But we will add a setter here because if we're enabling this, if we're in classic input mode, we want to turn off always strafe. We want to not set the input mouse. And that's it. Those are the only two changes. And if we turn input if active, let's do this. Okay, so at this point, we just need to toggle this in the options. If we do this, before I proceed, is there a way for me to remotely trigger this button? Like, I can click on it to do it, but could I in code click on it? I guess what I could do is call the function, but what I want to do, what I'm worried about is if in the code I want to set classic mode to off, does that make the checkbox go away, or does the checkbox stick around? I think I need to actually edit. There's probably like toggle mode, button pressed. I probably just need to set button pressed to true or false. And that's fine. So I just need to remember to do that. Let's go to label. So this is the input mode. Input label. Classic input mode. And then I would like a second label. Disables always and mouse look. Okay, can we make this? That's not a haiku, is it? Classic input mode. No. Disables always strafing and mouse look. Well, it would be if I added 2 more syllables. There, accidental haiku. Input mode explanation. Okay, let's hook up this button. We're just going to go ahead down here, input handler dot input mode equals toggled on. Cool, we're done. If I go here and click this, nope. Well, that's wrong. Okay, the strafing is correct, but something not right there. The mouse was captured and it should not have been captured. Uh, okay. If we're setting active, if active, oh, we're not setting active, so never mind. Why would we capture the mouse? Because we're not active at the time of this. We should actually never be active, because we should only be messing with this from the options, and the options is when we're not active. So yep, totally safe, but that captures us. If XX equals true, if X equals true and classic input mode is not true. But we're setting classic input mode to true. So print, we got it. Oh, I did it again. I did it again. I did the exact same as last time. Classic input mode equals X. Okay. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, this is a problem. I should actually go further. I need to reset the Y value for the camera if I do this. So I have the player dot camera direction dot Y equals 0.0. Is that right? No, is that right? So if I look up, instantly crash. No, that's not right. Dot rotate. Okay, how do I reset the rotation? Go to reset rotation. It says rotation degrees. Well, that didn't work. Could it be because I'm setting the wrong thing? Should I be setting the Z? Let me just... do that. I need to reset the camera direction. Let me go ahead and do this. Remote, give me the player, give me the camera direction. What are we looking at? When I look around, the rotate, it's the X. Okay. Why is it the X? That works. All right, now the mouse is no longer captured. If we turn it back on, now we're bouncing. All right, good. Okay. Now this is the final part. The options menu. I think. Am I missing something? I don't think so. I think this is what I want. I actually wanted to test it from the menu. Yeah. Okay. I did turn on overrun on. All right. All right. We're good. I think we're good. I want there to be, this is something that I want the game to prompt the player at the very beginning. Do you want classic input mode? Do you want modern input mode? Pick. And then also pick a difficulty. And the difficulty, we're going to keep it really simple because I didn't plan ahead of time. So difficulty is just going to be like, you'll take a little less damage. Enemies will move a little slower. That's it. Very simple. That's something that we can pass to the... We can assign that to the player, honestly. The player can be the holder of difficulty. No, that's stupid. No, let's not do that. We can put it on the level, I think. Level handler. Difficulty. So we go here. When I press the start game button, we don't want to start the game immediately. Actually, we want to. It's not. There's no logic here. When we press the start game button, we want it to not load the next level. We want to first pop up the difficulty screen, difficulty selection screen. Is this it? It's not. Okay, this is part of this. So I can create the, if we make the main menu visible, I can attach screens to the main menu. So I want to create a color rect. We're gonna make this one gray because I have no imagination right now. Difficulty window. This is just gonna, we'll just have a label. Select the difficulty. Button. Give me 3 buttons. Scale them down. Okay. I can never make this work. Thank you. Okay, and they're all going to have the same logic, but I think we need to copy and paste it. Pressed. Okay, let's make what I just typed a thing. Var difficulty int enum difficulty easy, medium, hard. And then let's repeat that logic. We're not done, but we're going to repeat the logic. Hard. All right. We need to have the difficulty screen hand off to the other screen that we're about to invent. Input window. Start game. Okay. Before I continue, pressing start game should make the difficulty window visible. Okay. Go back here. We got this input window. Go and do that. Make it a color. Label. We want to say select input node. Two buttons. Oh, I can add text to the button. I didn't realize that. It's too late. Sunk cost. Don't change course. Classic button. Modern button. Okay. Do. Taking time. Taking a lot of time. Sure. And then we'll add more labels down below to explain. No mouse arrow keys to move. Why is the text so huge? I have to scale this up. Okay, and then this actually needs to be smaller. Space bar to use doors. Control to fire. Alt to strafe. No mouse look. E to use doors, left click to fire, always, strafing always enabled, mouse look enabled. Oh no, I gotta sneeze. Okay. Okay, now all we have to do is make it so that when we press this button, it starts the game proper. They're gonna do the same thing, except they're gonna change one one variable in the input handler. Dot classic input mode equals true. We should go into the options menu as well. Oops. Options slash, where is it? Input mode dot okay. No, it is the input mode. Okay. It's one of these. We have to set it to true. So the UI reflects reality. Button pressed? Button pressed. We'll set ourselves to false. Or we'll set ourselves to not visible. And then we'll take this code, func start game, put it right there. And then we'll just call it and we're done. should work. Oh, well, all right. That's fair. Go ahead and hide that. Set that, but we're going to override it. Okay, that's too small. That is too small. We can make that at least 3 times bigger. But, okay. Why didn't it hide that? Okay, classic input is go, but why didn't it hide the thing that it was supposed to hide? Oh, you know, it's probably because, no? Is this the wrong thing? Probably meant difficulty window. That's probably what I meant. Yeah. Try again. Oh, we can't set that. That's ridiculous. What do you mean it's a null instance? Oh. Okay. Let's be easy. Let's do modern. All right, we have mouse look. We have strafing. I don't like it. Okay. Now we're back to Wolfenstein-3D basic. Let's switch back. All right. That's all the menu I wanted. This doesn't do anything. And if we ship the game and it doesn't do anything, it's fine. Not the end of the world. I'm probably missing something. There's probably a bug here. I feel like this isn't fully done, but I'm very tired and running out of time. Menu done. Death. In the player, there's a function called onDeath, and it just says agent was killed in the message box handler. But what we can do is we can say turn off the inputs. Input handler dot active equals false. And then we can do an await input. As soon as the player presses a button, we will continue on. Let's go ahead and try that. Input handler dot active equals false. Let's also set the player's height to tiny. Self dot position dot y equals 0.0. Oh, I need a die function. Oh man, dying is gonna take forever. Shoot me. I have a cheat button for skipping levels because I need that, but I'm not opposed to adding another cheat button, the die button. But why don't I just bind use to die? Like when I hit use, set my health to 0. Okay, so that's fine. But let's actually tween that. Var tween. Do we have a tween variable? We don't have a tween variable? Let's go ahead and tween interval. No, property. Object is self. Property is position dot y. Does that work? I don't think that works. I don't think we're allowed to do that. Maybe we are. 0.0. The duration is 2.0. And before I continue on, let's go ahead and make the use health component. Dot set health subtract health 100. All right, so whenever we use, we die. I don't feel very tweened. I don't feel like that's working. So we could say position minus vector 3 position dot x 0.0 position dot 0. Oh yeah. Very slow. Can we go deeper? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We should probably hide the hand as well. Set active weapon component equals nothing. Switch weapon, none. Is that going to crash? That probably will crash. Yep. We can't do that because there's no ammo type. If new weapon well, that almost worked. If active weapon and new weapon. Damn it. It was almost right. Why did that happen? You know what? Instead of all this, I should just make a new function that's like clear weapon. Let's go back to player. There we go. Okay, that was, I should have just done that from the beginning. All right, now we're dying. Basically, at this point, we need to. We're dead. That let me actually verify that. Like, I shouldn't be able to shoot. I shouldn't be able to move. Like, I can't do anything. I can't even open the options menu. So we need to, which is fine. Okay, good, we're dead. We want to await input. Let's await the tween. Dot finish. Print. Okay. Can we make this smaller so that I can see? Okay, so now after this point, we want to await input. Go to await input. Is that literally what it's just called? Await input manager dot action entered. Oh, geez. Okay. There's no await input? That's not a thing? I don't know why I thought this was a thing. Okay, so what we can do is after this point, we go to the input handler dot dead equals true. We go to the input handler, we can make this variable dead. If dead then we put all of the revitalizing code here. If dead and input event key press. There we go. Then we throw the player away. We get a new player, fresh. We make a new level. We start the level over, which I think we need a function for. Print. Let's re-level. Let me go back to the player. Maybe I should also have a message box handler here that's like press any key to continue. And then go back to the input handler and let's start over. Okay, so to start a game, what we do is pretty simple. We just looked at that code just a moment ago. We're going to call this load next level function, except I would like there to be a reload existing level. If level handler dot level is greater than 0, what is level swap? Oh, that's the score thing. No, we're not doing that. We're going to go ahead and get current level. Go to level handler. You know how we're getting the next level? Instead, let's call all right. I had high aspirations for that, and then my brain was like, ugh. I think we want to call wait a minute. Am I an idiot? I don't want to modify this function. Okay, I need to clear out the player and create a new player. And to do that, I think I want to have the player variable here. Player, 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 player equals, where is that? Load, preload. Frickin' where is that scene? Entity player. There it is. Dot instantiate. Do I have to add child? Why is this the end of the load next level? That's it? Oh, I said game running to true and input handler to active equals true. That doesn't feel right. Let's see what happens if we press the run button. What are we missing? First we need to get all this, and then player.getParent .get reload level. Okay. I'm dead. Let me do that. Non-existent function get floor data and base nil. Now, why would that be? Why is all this nil? Let me think about this. So, oh, I never returned this. That's why. I'm dead. Reload the level, please. Cannot call get parent on a previously freed instance. You know what? That's fair. Oh, I never set player. I never reset the player. Yeah, that's important. Input handler dot player equals player. Hey. I'm dead. You can't set player position on a thing that was previously free. That's ridiculous. Where is this player coming from? Where does this think player is? Oh, I have to set the player and the level loader as well. All right, I got you. Was there anything else? Input handler dot set player. All right. I think I have the order of this wrong. I think I need to create the player. Oh, I'm still dying. Okay, how do I stop dying? Why would that be happening? Okay. That was weird. Why is this getting called 6 million times. Oh, I never set myself to not be dead anymore. That's right. That's important. Dead equals false. Return. Once you're dead, you're just dead. That's it. You just every time you press the button. After that, it just restarts the game until time stops. All right, we're good. The face is not correct. But I think we're playing the game now. Oh, right. Pressing spacebar kills me, so I can't open doors. Let's go to the health component. Can we... so we've got the UI health LM. Can we just set that? No, they should update that like automatically. Why wouldn't they? Where's the thing that updates my face? Facebox. The face sprite. How are you getting updated? So you have a health changed function, and that is getting called every time. Am I connecting a signal? There it is. Health changed. On health changed. We're connecting to the health node. We need to reconnect this to the new health node. Okay, that's the problem. The face sprite. You know what? Let's move this into a function. I'll connect health node. So let's just, in the input handler, let's call it in the world. After all this nonsense, let's call the face sprite dot connect health node. Mouse clicks should count. This didn't update. Okay, we did call that function. It's just not. Oh, it's not connecting it, doesn't call it. So what if we call health changed? Like, just for free. There we go. Okay, that was the solution. Solved. Let's go to the input handler. We're almost done. We're almost done with this. Is this the input handler? Yeah, this is the input handler. now we're playing the game. Okay, stop that. Oh no, there's no way. There's no way. I need to go into the player and disable. Stop killing yourself when you hit the use button. If we're gonna die, we have to die the old-fashioned way. Oh my god. These guys are so inaccurate. No, they should have a 90% accuracy at short range. 90% of the time they should be hitting me. Come on, guys. Thank you. Okay, now we're dead. Now we're back to the beginning. What if I don't think, like, if I pick up weapons and then I die, get out of here, you. If I pick up treasure and stuff, and then I die. What if I pick up armor? I shouldn't be able to die with armor. No, I can definitely die with armor. What am I talking about? Let me go pick up weapon 3. Okay, I need to die now. Like this updates, this updates, this updates. Does this update? Does this update? This updates, and I'm sure this updates. Actually, it might not update. Let me go test that. I gotta go get the gold key. Okay, I'm ready to die now. What is it? What is this? What are these damage numbers? Okay, yeah, that didn't update, that didn't update, and that didn't update. All right, so we need to reset the treasure count to 0. We can do that in the world. Keys. Was there a function to hide the keys? I think there was. I can call that before clearing the player out. This is not the player? Why did I think this was the player? Where is the clear keys? Func remove keys. All right. So all we have to do is go, before we clear out the player, player dot inventory. Remove keys. That gets rid of the keys. This gets rid of the treasure. Now we just have to reset the, where's the weapons? Weapon sprite container? No. Not the keys. Weapon text? That's probably where it is. We just need to reset all these. I wish there was like a reset the default. That would be great. Is there? Godot reset control to default. I was hoping there would be an easy mode way to do this, but if there's not, that's fine. We can just set this to white, set this to black, set this to black. Done. Dot modulate color 111. All right. Let's do modern. I prefer modern. I just need to get a key. There's the grenades. Ideally, it'd be nice to die with armor, but I'm not. I don't know. It's just a cosmetic thing, because once the player is discarded, their armor stat also gets discarded. I think there's treasure over here for me to pick up. Treasure. Okay, I'm ready to die now. Okay. Instant crash. We can't do this. What is it actually called? Text? It's called text, not value. Idiot. And this is probably not a function. This is probably a property. All right, one more time. Oh, I did it. No. No, don't kill me yet. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, I'm ready to die now. What? Stupid. Oh, I'm sorry. That's an int. I don't know how to handle that. I don't know. It could be a string, but I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna be generous. No, you have to tell me that's a string. Oh my god. All right. Really? You're not that inaccurate. I gotta mess with the math. I'm gonna be spending the entire weekend trying to make this suck less. In addition to finishing the rest of the levels. It's painful to look at the art. But this is it. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready to die. Oh, wait. I didn't get the grenades. Wait. I'm not ready to die. Hold on. I can eat these sandwiches. How did I miss the grenades? How are you not awake? Oh my god. Oh my god. That looks good. That looks good to me. I should have tried messing with my ammo. Let me use up all my ammo. But I think I had the baton out, so actually it's fine. I'm ready to die. Nope. Alright. Maybe I should just, like, drastically increase their chance to shoot. Maybe that can be a hard mode thing. Why is the screen not flashing? Okay, it works. It works. All right. Death implemented. Done. All right, level transition. I don't want to do this. I'm out of spoons. I'm out of time, but I'm also out of spoons and out of time. So I have to do it now or it will never get done. So what we're going to do is go to the thing where the thing happens. Nope. Elevator door. No. EOL switch. Load to next level. Okay, that's literally all it does. What if we have a thing. Hang on. This calls oh no, okay. This is going to the world and it's calling load next level. And that is what is responsible for making this level swap to happen. Okay. So we could pause here. We could could we add a color rect and then tween it in that hides the world? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a fade color rect. Fade to black. Let's make this up here because it should not hide anything. Is black. We should set the alpha to 0. And then hide it. Right? I didn't mess anything up. Still a game? Still can play it? Good. Back to the world. We're going to, at this point, fade to black is true. Visible is true. And then we're going to create a tween. Do we have a tween already? Nope. Let's make a tween. Var tween equals create tween. thinking, like, it'd be better if we called this... we want to... I want to clear the mobs. No. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll say input handler dot active equals false. That should freeze all the mobs, so there's no chance of getting shot while the animations are playing. That's my big fear. Then, now that we're in the clear there, we'll go ahead and create a tween dot tween property fade to black. Yep. All right, it needs to be an object. Oh wait, no, I don't have to do that. Hold on. Yeah, I got it backwards. No, we can do this. Properties modulate. Color 0001. Speed. We want this to happen over 2 seconds. And we will await the tween to finish. Okay, to properly test this, let me go ahead and add an end of level switch at the very beginning of the game. That's not how that works. Can I just undo? Oh, good. That's great. Let me go ahead and put it. Let me go ahead and actually click the right button. There we go. Now let me go ahead and put it there. All right. Where's the fade? Give me that. Okay, if we hide the main menu and we set this to a color, I mean, that should work. Why wouldn't it work? Unless this does actually need to be an object. Unless my initial instinct was correct. Okay. If I just set this to a color, does creating it visible have an effect? Yes. Oh, I saw that. Now, if I set the alpha to that, what? Why does setting the alpha like that ruin the tween? It's a tween to change the alpha. Am I dumb? Did I do this wrong? That's the alpha. Oh, I'm setting it as an int. I should set it as a float. Yes. I see now. No, I don't see. That should have worked. Why didn't that? Okay, that's what I expected to happen. Why if I set this to 1, that doesn't work? What? Does it have to be like this? I'm just really confused. What if I do that? Because I want it to fade into view. Is there a way for me to? Is there a property that I'm missing? Oh, maybe I need to set the color, not the modulate. Would that be? Yeah. Okay. Let me set level swap to not visible. I want to set the alpha, only the alpha. Godot. Self-modulate.a. So something like that. Maybe modulate.a. Is that a thing? And then tween equals create tween dot tween property level swap modulate color 1111 2.0. Okay. Wait tween dot finished. Welp, I never set level swap.visible to true, did I? Let's speed this up. There we go. That's what I want. Okay. So at this point, I need to figure out what's holding the inputs hostage right now. I want to move that all to the level handler. And then when we hit the level handler, I said level handler, input handler, move that all to the input handler. And then the input handler will be responsible for like fade this stuff out and fade the oh, that's not going to work, huh? Because the level swap is... Let me see the level swap. How is that functioning? Ah, here's the input. So what we can do is we can have this thing emit a signal. Done. We don't queue free. We emit a signal. Done. Invalid argument for emit signal. That should be a string name. We don't call queue free. We'll go back to here. We will await level swap dot done. What do you mean not declared in this current context? It's right there. It's in this if statement. Damn it. Okay, if level swap, then we await the level swap. Then we modulate it back into non-existence. Var tween equals create tween. Tween dot tween property level swap modulate color 1110 2.0 await tween dot finished, or actually we should also tween dot tween. Is there a way to make this parallel? Set parallel property. I also would like to make the fade to black go away. Color 0000 2.0. Okay, and then we await tween dot finished, and then we make the level swap go away. Dot queue free. Fade to black dot visible equals false. Input handler dot active equals true. The game resumes. All right. Yeah, I like that. We even started a little bit in the air and it dropped us down. I like it. I'll see that again. This is a bit slow. I'm okay with that being slow, but this... Yeah. Okay, I'm tired, and I successfully did the things that I need to successfully do. I have more stuff to do, but it's very, very routine, boring. I don't want to stream it. I'm gonna upload this to itch. I'm gonna make sure it works, and if it doesn't work, which I expect it won't work, I'm gonna be troubleshooting it. So this is where I stop. This is where I leave off. I'm glad that the stream didn't crash, and I'm glad that I haven't fallen asleep yet. So woo, success. This weekend is just going to be me jamming content out. I don't think I'm going to be streaming any of it because it's just plopping out a level, and that's not. I don't know. I guess I can stream it. I'll stream something. Maybe the creation of one of the levels, and then then the jam is over. Woo. Okay, that's it. Drink final water. Thanks, folks, for watching. Thanks, folks, for bearing with me. I'm gonna pass out now. See you all later. Hope y'all having good time with your games. Hope y'all games are going well. Hope y'all having lots of fun. Looking forward to playing everyone else's games, and I expect there's gonna be a lot of really good ones. A lot of ones that are better than mine for sure. So, it's a little disappointing, but I get to play a lot of games that are better than this. So, silver lining. Anyway, see you all later.